Wow, deputy, deputy. What's going on, DreamTeam? We're back at it again with another video, man. First things first, if you are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Do me a quick favor, hit the subscribe button. That way you can join the best family on YouTube. And also while you're at it, man, show that post bell notification some love. That when we upload, you never miss a video, and we drop banger after banger after banger, and you can keep it lit and stay tuned in with us, man. No cap. So title, thumbnail, I feel like it's a troll video. I think we've done one of these in the past before. We are gonna check it out, but I do want to say, let's keep a clear mind, let's keep it classy, respectful. We are adults over here, you know what I mean? Everybody has their own interpretation, their own perception of who and what Blackpink may be or consisting of. You know, my thoughts about Blackpink and each individual member are definitely different from yours, just as well as everybody else's else's opinion. But it does matter. So we are going to look into this a little bit more. I feel like it's going to be a troll video somewhat? Will it be a trigger video? I guess if you're overly emotional and you're not disciplined enough to withstand the criticism and face facts and maybe the truth of what it is, it can be, yeah. But like I said, we're going to keep it classy, respectful, and we're going to kind of break it down and see what's going on. But first, let's see what they have to say. Let's go ahead and check it out. And yeah, man, let's just kind of get the ball rolling and see what y'all cooked up. So yeah, let's go.
Blackpink had their very first concert in Seoul, kicking off their tour, and boy did a lot happen. From the whole group being unsynchronized and offbeat, lip-singing and bumping into one another, to Jennie performing one of her unreleased songs, Lisa pole dancing on stage, and Jisoo performing Liar by Camila Cabello, is enough to say that this concert has been full of surprises, and this is only day one of their tour. Also, a few K-pop idols were spotted at their concert. We had Minnie from G-Idol, half of Twice members were there. Leah and Yuna from ITZY were also spotted there, and Lisa's family came to support her. Anyways, let's get into these performances, starting off with their group performances. They performed Shut Down, Type of Girl, Tally, Kill This Love, Crazy Over You, How You Like That, Pretty Savage, Don't Know What to Do, and finally Love Sick, Girls. And then they each had their own solo performances. During their Type of Girl performance, I don't know what the hell Rose was doing, but she was like 10 feet away from where she was supposed to be. Jisoo had to end up correcting her and pointing her to her correct spot. Then, during Crazy Over You, Jisoo bumped into Jennie because Jennie was in the wrong position. Lisa then drags Jennie to her correct position, and then the performance continues. What's so funny about this is that on day 2 of their Seoul concert, to avoid this from happening again, Lisa signals Jennie with her hand to get to her right position. Also during that performance, it seems like Rose was having some mic issues during Jennie's rap verse. You can see her behind Jennie, signaling the people backstage to fix her mic quickly before her verse came up. But, although there was some minor mistakes and issues during their performance, it was still pretty good. They performed well. Especially Lisa. Lisa has an amazing stage presence. Also, Blackpink performances are always better when they have backup dancers. Their backup dancers carries their performances. Without them, their performances sometimes fall flat. The rest of their performances was decent until they performed How You Like That towards the ending of their performance. It's like they all gave up and said, let's give them the worst show ever, because this was just terrible. They were so unsynchronized, you would think they were all performing different songs. The way Blackpink gives sloppy performances, you would think they are being brutally overworked, but they are not. They have one of the best jobs ever. They work for a short period of time, then get a long extended vacation period. You would think, with all that time they have in the world, they would work on improving their weaknesses and get better at performing on stage together, and especially work on their stamina. But it's like with each comeback and era they have, they keep getting worst and worst. Lisa is unfortunately the only one that gives her all throughout their entire performance, and she actually tries to execute their choreography well and brings all her energy out on stage, which is the bare minimum. But compared to her other members, she is basically carrying the group performance-wise. Lisa even said in an interview, I wish each member has a stronger presence on the stage. Like she even knows that the other members don't give their all on stage every time they perform. Jisoo has never been the best dancer and performer in her group. Among her other members, she lacks significantly in that department. But I have seen some growth in her, especially during this solo. This is one of her best performances. She actually had some stage presence and looked like she was having fun while performing. Her solo was one of the most satisfying. Performances to watch. Rose and Jennie are very similar. It's really a hit or miss with them. They either give you the best performance of their life or the worst performance ever. They both also lack stamina, especially Jennie. They start off their performances with 100%, but when they start getting tired, they start getting sloppy and stop executing choreography well. Every time I post videos like this critiquing their live performances, I always get comments like these saying, "Well, I would like to see you go on stage and perform, try singing while dancing," and I always giggle at these comments, like I'm not the one who wasted majority of their teenage years training to become a K-pop idol. Like, I think a lot of y'all forget that these girls literally were training almost every day for years to become a K-pop idol, debut, and perform well live. Like, every day these girls were singing, dancing, etc., and they were doing this for years. So forgive me if I think they should be at least good at their job with all that training they had to do. Like, sorry if I expect them to be able to sing live while dancing without losing their breath and stamina within 2 minutes of performing. I also always get comments like these, "Their performance isn't bad, it's the camera angle. Their cameraman is terrible," although I do agree that camera work does play a major role in performances. If you have to depend on amazing camera work or your backup dancers in order to deliver a good performance, then you're just not a good performer. Camera work and backup dancers are all there to enhance your performance, but you as an artist should be the performance. If you are truly a good performer, somebody can take a video of you from the worst angle, and you will still be able to deliver and execute a good performance, because you are just a good performer. BLACKPINK is considered one of the biggest girl groups of all time. They all have millions of fans all over the world, and thousands of people pay to see them. They have a lot of hype, so the least they can do is live up to it, and for them, not being a super active group, they can't keep getting away with giving us terrible performances or making rookie sloppy mistakes on stage. Like, you have a reputation to uphold. This is what you trained years for. This is your job, so the least you can do is be good at it. You guys baby BLACKPINK too much, and that's why they come on stage and give y'all these terrible performances y'all pay to see. I don't. If you are claiming to be the best girl group in the world, you better live up to it. Anyways, let's talk about Jennie's new song. Jennie performed one of her unreleased songs, called Moonlight. Let's first talk about the performance. Although she was lip-singing throughout majority of this song, and the performance had a few awkward moments, it was honestly not that bad. I loved that part she started dancing with the male dancer behind the moonlight. That was clever, like she ate that. But I kinda cringe when he lifted her and she didn't point her toes. Maybe it's because I did ballet for a while, but that whole part was very hard to watch. I don't even think she could have pointed her toes because she was wearing shoes. But anyways, the song was cute. I'm glad she's embracing the fact that she is a lover girl, because what she was trying to do with her last song Solo wasn't working. She was trying to have this whole "I don't need a man, I am better off solo" image. Like, girl, at some point you had more dating scandals than your actual music. Jennie is a relationship type girl. Like, she is the type of person that needs to be in a relationship, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, she was even dating Kai during her solo promotions. That whole girl boss, I don't need a man image she was trying to imitate doesn't work for her. I hate when artists make music that is contradicting to their actual life. It's kinda like when Lisa said in Pink Venom, "Makes no sense, you couldn't get $1 out of me." Like, she didn't get scammed out of millions of dollars by her manager. Like, girl, let's be for real. Let's be honest with ourselves here. I saw a lot of people say they didn't really like this song, but this is honestly the type of songs I expect from Jennie. Like, the song is Jennie Kim to the T. Jennie talks about the same things in almost all her songs: her relationship status, how there is nobody like her, and then randomly throws in Chanel or some designers she owns. Her lyrics aren't deep, sometimes even borderline cringe, but that's her and what works for her. I don't expect deep, meaningful music when it comes to Jennie. I expect a cute lil meaningless bop from her, and that's what she delivers. Now, would I personally stream this song? No. But in Jennie's standards of music, the song isn't terrible. Maybe not her best work, but it's not bad.
Okay. Wow, that was a brutal but yet honest take, and we'll break that down just a little bit. So, let's keep it honest. Like I said, we're gonna have a conversation. If you're overly emotional and you're not disciplined enough to hold your emotions in and still have a conversation, then you might as well click off the video. Cause around here we keep it a stack, we keep it a milli, we keep it 100. No cap, right? There's so much to start with, but I'm gonna try to break it down as best way as I can remember the points that they were hitting on. Let's talk about on-stage presence. This is where I agree 100%, okay? I think, once again, some of my favorite on-stage presence comes from Rose. Even though I'm a Lisa bias, but let's talk about Rose, Jennie, and Jisoo. On-stage presence is definitely a strong factor when it comes to performing as an artist. I think the reason why they get away with so much is because they are girls, and they get away with it because of their sex appeal. That's it. What happens with Blinks and, you know, us and people who support them in fandom, we hold them up to a standard of perfection, right? Anything that goes wrong, we automatically feel secondhand embarrassment, and we shut down the critics and the negative vibes, and we say, no, don't talk about them like that. They're perfect, they're this, they're that. When in hindsight, everyone has flaws, but we hold them to a perfected standard that in our eyes, they can never do no wrong. Fact of the matter is, that's a delusional mindset. That's a delusional state to be in when it comes to your favorite artist. And the reason why I say that is because, let's say BLACKPINK is our best friend, right? Jennie, Jisoo, Rose, Lisa, they are our best friends. And they come to us for advice and they say, do you think that this decision I'm making is a great idea? If we look at them wholeheartedly and we tell them, yes, I think it is, even though we know it doesn't benefit them in the future, just because we don't want to hurt their feelings, what kind of supporter and friends does that make us, right? In retrospect, everything that goes wrong on stage that this person, you know, pointed out, that is a flaw, that is a weakness, that's something that needs to be worked on, and I agree 100%. Here's where I don't hold them to an absolute fault at all, right? Jennie, Jisoo, and Rose aren't dancers. I said that from the beginning. Jennie has this sex appeal and this lust factor to her that commands attention by her sexy dancing, her movements, her body rolls, her eyes. She seduces the crowd. People love that sex appeal when it comes to Jennie, right? Jisoo is that face, that baby face who is so sweet but yet a savage when you get to know her. And Rose is just literally stuck in the middle from being like gifted artistically, and then she has the potential to dance and do, you know, all of the above. So she's stuck in the middle. Lisa is a professional dancer coming into performing. The thing that I don't fault, you know, Jennie, Rose, and Jisoo with is the dancing aspect. Yes, you do train for that, but like I said, I'm a dancer. I've danced my entire life. I know people who, I would put it this way, Jisoo, Rose, and Jennie, and this is no disrespect, this is just us being honest. Jisoo, Jennie, and Rose would be considered TikTok dancers. They can't dance, but they know how to mimic a choreography. They can count steps. TikTok dancers aren't real life dancers. TikTok dancers can literally mimic what they see and do it, but they can't professionally dance, and there's nothing wrong with that. If Jennie, Rose, and Jisoo wanted to be serious about dancing like Lisa, they would ask Lisa for help. They would take, classes. They would work on that. It'd be one thing for us to say that, but Lisa, once again stated in the video, has stated, I wish the other members had a stronger on-stage presence. They do need that. We said it time and time again. Jisoo is shy. She doesn't want to be the forefront. Rose is a little bit reserved. Jennie has a sex appeal, but Jennie relies on her sex appeal to cover up all the flaws. I saw that once that, I don't know if it was in Dallas or Seoul, where she tripped on stage, right? I'm not saying mistakes can't happen, because they do, but not being in sync when performing a choreography, we did see lazy moments in there where it's like, no, you got to give it your all. If you're winded and you're tired and you're not giving it all, and you're relying on the fact that I'm a pretty face and I can just body roll to get what I want, yeah, and that seems a little harsh, but you got to think, we're BLACKPINK's best friends. We want them to be honest. This isn't coming from a place of hatred and mad. Like, if I pay $1,000 to go see you perform, I want to see you execute everything, right? Give me everything, right? because I'm giving you everything. I've traveled, you know, miles to come see you. I paid a ticket. I'm here. Give me everything the same way. I'm still gonna love and, you know, support you, but I just want the same in return. It's the energy. But I don't fault them for not being those dancers. Like I said, everybody needs a role. If they get passionate about dancing and having a stronger onstage presence, everything would be fine. I think that's cool. I think just everything is like nitpicking. Anything outside of the strong performance is just nitpicking. I do, like I said, Jisoo could, you know, come out of her shell a little bit more. She did snap, you know what I mean, when she performed Liar. She snapped this tour, so I like that. Rose can definitely, Rose is so fucking gifted, bro. Rose is so fucking gifted, and I wish she would just come out of that shell of like, and you know what I mean? She's so fucking gifted, and Jenny, she has that it factor. That performance and the choreography, she just needs to step it up just a little bit more. Lisa, I'm sure she has her ways too, but when it comes to the dancing aspect, she's nailing it. That's just pretty much what it is. It's just a stronger onstage presence. That's really all they need. And the greatest group ever. Like I said, they're going down in history as top 5 greatest groups ever, regardless of what anybody says. But in hindsight, when you do see that presence, we notice things like that. And we can, you know, bash them, but we won't, because we understand it takes time. If they're not being overworked, then my only question is, what are you doing in your spare time to kind of give somewhat of a sloppy performance? Why don't you remember your position and where you need to be? What's going on? Is there personal matters? You know what I mean? We do have to take an account for that. So we just can't bum rush them and say, oh, you're this, you're that. No. Is there personal matters going on? Were you not feeling it? Were you sick? Are there lady problems going on? You know? Do you feel what I'm saying? Like, we have to take into consideration. So be mindful and be respectful when you do see these things. But when you do see mistakes, yeah, you have to tell them, come on, you messed up. But next performance, get out there, do it better. We got you, we support it. I want to see you execute every step. That's the support that they need. You can't be a yes man to them all the time. So I'll be honest, this video was a little bit brutal and nitpicking, but I mean, face the facts, it was kind of true. I do feel like they could be better, with stronger presence. And that's just kind of what happens when you don't have that creative control over pretty much the writing process and on stage. But that's for another video, man. Let me know what you guys thought in the comment section down below. If you wanted to elaborate and do another video on that, we could definitely elaborate. But let's have a nice conversation in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think. Go crazy, man. We got more Blackpink reactions coming up. Yeah, we're on the road to 50K. That's what it's really all about. Subscribe, hit the post bell notification. Go crazy, man. As a matter of fact, I'm in the next video. You're late. You're still here. I don't know why. Go watch the other video, and I'll see you there. Sheesh.